Seguimos en FutureCon 2012, tercer día de la cobertura especial que estamos haciendo de este evento como cada año, y esta vez nos visita Roberto Medeiros de Qualcomm, con quien vamos a estar hablando en inglés. Roberto, welcome to telesemana.com.
Thank you.
So tell us what Qualcomm has been presenting here at the FutureCom event, and what are the messages that you're trying to provide to the market now that LTE is being launched or announced by operators like Claro, Vivo and Oi.
Absolutely, it's a great time to be present here. It's a very exciting time in the Brazilian market as well as the Latin American market. The 3G to 4G migration occurring before our eyes, so very exciting. For us to be present here is, at this moment, is very exciting because we are an agent of transformation in the industry as well, being a technology provider to our partners. We are seeing those changes in front of our eyes and we are participating in it. Specifically, we are chipset suppliers, correctly? Yeah. So our partners such as the handset manufacturers as well as the infrastructure partners, all of them use our solutions and partner with us to launch new products. So it's a very exciting time. We are seeing our products already showing in many products launching in the very near future for the 4G network. So we are here demonstrating some of those things in our booth, and also in deeper conversations with some of our partners. So again, very exciting time to be here.
Are you announcing any chipsets here or presenting any chipsets that you have launched this year that are worth commenting?
We are not launching a specific new device at this event, but we launch many throughout the year, and most of our launches and announcements occur at the beginning of the next year. We'll have some more.
Usually with Mobile Congress? Around Mobile?
Around that time, many of those launches happen, but so the S4, the Snapdragon Generation 4 was launched earlier in the year, and many of those devices are in display. Devices from our partners using those chips are in display. So that's one of the things happening right there, because there's such excitement around LTE, and many of those devices will use the Snapdragon S4 chipsets.
Okay, so we're seeing a lot of operating systems on the market, and more are emerging, and lately there have been some announcements, and you are supporting with your chipsets some of these operating systems because you are having chipsets on the iPhone, or you used to have, I think you still have, right?
We have all the OEMs you can think of.
Okay.
Most of them, almost all of them are customers.
So do this Snapdragon platform would work for any operating system that it's emerging, like Jolla was announced, and Firefox, Telefonica is pushing for the yes.
The OS is relatively fragmented, and we as a chipset supplier, we cannot pick favorites. Okay. So we will basically do anything that the market requires. Right now, the strong OSs you already know are the Androids, and there's Windows, and so many. So we do support most of them, and over time, as more OS show up, you'll list another one. Mozilla OS also coming up. We'll support that as well. So we cannot pick favorites, and we want all of them to succeed because the market is very diverse. So yes, our Snapdragon chipsets will support most of the OSs going forward.
Okay. In terms of chipsets, are we seeing, what can you tell us moving forward in the future in terms of integration of different technologies?
Excellent question. The more, what's happening in this industry, specifically on the handset side, is the development cycle is becoming shorter and shorter, and the shelf life of a device is shorter and shorter. What used to last maybe 18 months on the shelf of a carrier store or a retailer store, now it's closer to 6 months. So which means an OEM, a manufacturer, needs to come up with a new device every 6 months. And the answer for them to continue to be profitable is they need to be able to make less investment, smaller investment in designing a handset. How do we do that? We as a chipset supplier, we integrate more. Okay. So we deliver complete solutions to our manufacturers, not just the chipset hardware, but it comes with software. Depending on their ability to do more engineering or desire to customize, we may even deliver to them a complete reference design turnkey that is basically a phone that they will customize minimum things and go to market. So that's the answer, is integrating more and more functions.
Okay, now we're seeing a lot of Wi-Fi offloading debate here at the show. And even near-field communications is also starting to be something that is
Yes.
being discussed. Is Qualcomm going to integrate those technologies also in chips that are 2G, 3G, 4G?
Absolutely. So when you say Wi-Fi offload is one example of a solution for a problem that is only going to grow, which is radio spectrum is a natural resource that
It's scarce.
it's scarce, correct. So there are many solutions for that. One is keep allocating more spectrum, regulatory solutions, is building more things, but is making smaller cells, and also offloading to multiple networks. So yes, our chipset solutions, we already more than a year ago, we acquired a company called Atheros. It's now Qualcomm Atheros. With Atheros came all the Wi-Fi solutions. So our chipsets that we deliver to our customers now integrate Wi-Fi and many other connectivities, including NFC. We also have NFC solutions to provide to our customers. So it's, again, same theme, more and more integration.
Okay. Moving away from the chipset side and going to the applications and services, you also have a division that deals with that, and actually you have a show in San Diego called Uplink.
Correct.
That you try to put together a bunch of, many developers to discuss the future of the application market. Tell us what's happening in that end.
On that front, what is important is we are in the business of making more 3G, more traffic, more use, and you cannot focus only on providing people with devices if there are no interesting use on it. So there's a phrase that someone says, which is applications sell devices. Even though I'm in the device business trying to sell little pieces of hardware, the applications is your desire to use something interesting and engaging that will generate that demand. So we detected early on, and so we are very active on the application side, specifically in the regions. If I can make a Latin America aspect of it, we detected that there's somewhat of a lack of content, local content, to stimulate that more. If you compare to other developed markets or developing markets such as China, for example, a phone today, a smartphone for a user that gets to from the store, has 100+ relevant applications in that smartphone. We are very far from there, and maybe we'll never get there because it's a different culture, but still, you look at those devices, they tend to have only the common global kind of North America centric applications that you and I are familiar with, but we are pretty sure that there are so much clever ideas and interesting things going on that there can be applications developed for this market with the culture in mind. So we are stimulating that. We have created a group that we call the ecosystem team, and we work with the application developers to help them test their applications, customize that so they kind of run better on Snapdragon, and we also kind of matchmake them with manufacturers that may be interested in preloading applications, or sometimes with carriers that want to preload applications but don't have the scale to be dealing with the little guys. So we are doing that midfield. It's very exciting. We see a lot of interest around that.
Have you considered, this is just a speculation on my end, but have you considered discussing with ProVisual, the FutureCam organizer, to have a mini uplink taking place while these guys are doing this show here, or like an app world type of scenario?
We haven't, but it's not a bad idea. Why not, right? Maybe we are getting to that, to the point that is enough energy to do something.
We'll have enough developers to have
absolutely. We've done. I'm sorry, we've done some events, smaller events like that, but it's certainly growing and growing. So why not? It's a good idea.
Well, particularly, I'll send you the bill later on.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.